Hey, I shouldn't be telling you this, but if you skip this part of the video, you will miss out on the deal of a lifetime. If you click the link in the description, you will see that Atlas VPN are giving out an offer to get a 3-year subscription for just $1.83 per month. That's less than Netflix's latest price increase. Plus, it comes with 3 months for free and a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's the best VPN on the market, and you can use it to watch shows that are not available on streaming services in your country. So you can watch Friends on UK Netflix, no matter where you are in the world, as long as you have a subscription to Netflix. You can even use it on unlimited devices, so everyone in your house can watch Friends on UK Netflix at once. And they keep your searches private, so that we'll all finally stop spying on you. But remember, time is of the essence if you want to get this offer. Just $1.83 per month to get a 3-year subscription by clicking the link in the description below.
Today I fucked up by destroying me and my daughter's relationship because I didn't believe her. I'm not looking for any sort of sympathy with this post, it's more of an awareness. TW rape. I, M54, have a daughter, F22. That when she was 14 was horribly gang raped by 3 guys from her school. But I will start from the beginning. Me and my daughter were extremely close when she was younger until she hit her preteen years and found everything I did annoying lol. Me and her mother always caught her talking to boys and whatnot, normal things. When she reached freshman year of high school we let her out to party. After said party she had a dramatic mood shift and wasn't the same girl. She later confided in my wife that she was raped at the party and I believed her instantly and I went to the police right away and got a report made and a rape kit done. But this is where things started to get complicated. She started to change her story multiple times. Every time new evidence came out. For example, it started that she wasn't drinking to she actually was drinking. Then to her never talking to those guys to her actually dating one of them, and then to eventually text coming out that she was planning to have sex with one of them. I started to question if my daughter was actually capable of lying about this because she did more than intended and said this because she was embarrassed. My daughter then started to have severe depression and we pulled her from school. One afternoon I just got sick of her constant story changes and I questioned her and I told her to her face that I didn't believe her. I will never forget her face and how I know I actually broke her heart. She then comes back to me screaming and crying that I broke her and that she was a virgin and would never think to lose her virginity that way. She didn't talk to me for 6 months. Later, 3 witnesses came forward backing what my daughter was saying and I felt like the biggest prick, asshole, dick, you name it, and I will never forgive myself for what I did to my daughter, and her rapists ended up pleading guilty. Even with that, my daughter had multiple suicide attempts and struggled with her mental health, which I feel majorly responsible for. Where our relationship is now is that I do whatever she wants me to. To keep her happy, I bought her dream car, I pay for her apartment in New York and put her through college. I tried to ask her if me and her can do family therapy. She refuses and says she likes where things are at now, which is us talking when she wants to. But I wish we can be in a better place because I found out through my wife she does online sex work now and I wish she was comfortable enough to tell me, but I fully understand why she wouldn't want to tell me. I hope the parents of daughters hear this and know never to be me. Too long did not read. A lot of girls struggle because if they admit they were drinking or was interested in one of her assailants, the people responsible for protecting her or seeking justice are inclined to believe she was the reckless party and that she was asking for it. She was probably dealing with shame and trying to protect herself from persecution. Talk to your kids. I prosecute child sex crimes and the personality changes your daughter had are very common. So is recanting. So is remembering things that have happened well after the event itself actually occurred. There's also no textbook response to a rape, and they're all valid. Crying, laughing, etc. Moreover, for kids who are already troubled, predators often pick these kids for sexual abuse because they're less likely to be believed. I hope she can find peace in her life. I hope you can also find peace in your life. Today I fucked up by inadvertently calling my girlfriend a fat elephant. My girlfriend and I have been stuck in a bit of a rut of late. Not sleeping well, 0 exercise and eating very poorly, resulting in lack of motivation from both of us. We would just sit around on our phones knowing full well we weren't paying any attention to our surroundings. So an advertisement for a local gym on the radio prompted a rather spontaneous discussion regarding aforementioned lazy pieces of shit we were becoming. We have 2 kids and both work full time. So lazy is obscure to us. After ironing out our problems and both agreeing to eat better, exercise, etc., my girlfriend told me how her dresses don't feel as loose as they did a few months ago, and she went into detail about how much weight she had gained in such a short space of time. To which I replied with, well, at least we addressed the elephant in the room, a phrase she had never heard before. A phrase that, for a split second, would be the cause of my untimely death. Oh, if looks could kill. I spent the next few minutes frantically Googling the phrase to convince her that I was talking about the problem in its entirety, and our inability to address it until now. Not that I thought she was an actual fucking elephant. Eventually, she did see the funny side. TLR. Girlfriend and I got stuck in a rut and got lazy. Girlfriend gained weight. Finally spoke about us and our problems. Told her she looked like an elephant. Huge misconception. Hilarity ensued. Interestingly, elephants are almost all muscle. A lot of animals we might think of as fat are absolutely jacked. Meanwhile, you might call a muscular person a bear, but by fat percentage a bear would be obese. Here's my favorite use of that expression in the past few years, in Zootopia. I have the memory of an elephant. This one time when I was a kid, my dad took me to the zoo, and one sorta waved at me with its trunk. Yup, I'll never forget that memory. She's never going to forget that. Elephants never forget. Today I fucked up by enrolling in Snapshot with a 6-year-old. I realize the title sounds weird. Snapshot is an app provided by my insurance company. The app tracks my behavior while driving and then adjusts my premiums according to the average score. I'm a relatively safe driver, so I figured I could save money once they see my driving behavior. The app tracks the behavior over several months and then gives you a grade from A to F. The app tracks your mileage, speed, hard braking, GPS, and phone usage. What I didn't consider was that I drive with my daughter a lot of times and I allow her to play video games or watch YouTube videos on my phone while we drive. I got a score of AC today. They informed me through email they will raise my rates next billing cycle because I'm always on my phone while driving. TLR, my insurance app tracks my behavior and my premiums are determined by my behavior while driving. They think I'm always on my phone while driving even though it's my 6-year-old daughter who is on it watching videos or playing games. Just make a phone call and tell them what happened. I'm sure they'll let you redo it. My husband's coworker did this. After one cycle they contacted him to tell him they had to drop him as a client, because he was always speeding, running red lights, stop signs, and driving around at all hours of the night. He's a firefighter. Woman facepalming. I totally read this as Snapchat at first. It baffles me that people willingly install shit like this on their phones. Please retain as much of the tiny amount of privacy you have left that you can. This is kind of hilarious, but also really appalling, because I frequently use Apple Maps when driving, and that would show up as using the phone, right? The real foo was willingly giving your insurance provider permission to spy on you.